Hi, this is Wendy. I just wanted to share with you today a couple of things that people have been asking me, and I think they're really great questions. And I know sometimes what's in here you think you're articulating, but maybe you're not. So somebody asked me, what do you mean by not consuming all the data? Well, here's a good example. If I want to know what is the best way to get my business name out there, what do I do immediately? I go and I Google it. You know, thank God for Google. I love Google. But what you do is you type in what is the best way. Well, what you haven't done is you haven't finished that question. The question should be, what is the best way for me to grow my business? What is the best way for me to get myself in front of people? What is the best way for me to gain more clients? What is the best way for me to find happiness? You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying stop learning. I'm a huge proponent of personal growth. But what I'm saying is before you go to Google, before you go to YouTube, before you buy your next self-help book, before you go to the next workshop on how to, the 3 steps you have to do in order to do something, take a few minutes or a day or a week or even a month and really peel back these layers of that question. What is the best way for me? What is the best way for me to move forward? What is the best way for me to get clients that resonate with my message? What is the best way for me to get my brand out there that resonates with who I am, that really is unique to who I am? So this is the kind of thing that I want. That's what I mean by stop consuming all the data, because the data is not you. All the data should start with you, and all of those ingredients start with you, and the rest is just icing on the cake. So if you have this idea of, okay, I am a person who loves to create. I am a person who loves to share with other people. I'm a person who is an introvert at heart. So how can those 3 components meld together with some of the information that I might get from YouTube or a book or a workshop? How can all that work together to best propel me forward? So that's what I mean by not consuming all the data. The second piece that people ask about from me is, what's so important about creative genius? Well, your creative genius is responsible for who you are. It's responsible for the way you problem solve. It's responsible about the way you do tasks. It's responsible for you coming up with new ideas, whether it be how to live your life, where to travel, what to read, what to explore. And so if you tap into this piece and you become very familiar with this piece, and you start to understand all the nuances that this piece of you needs, then it's very easy for you to see all the different opportunities out there and pick and choose and decide what works for you, and be able to say no to the things that don't. So it helps you be more successful, it helps you be less distracted, it helps you feel more confident, because you know in the essence of who you are that you're doing the right thing for you, and that you are doing what you're put on this earth to do. So I hope that helps. So if you understand what consuming all the data means, and if you understand why your creative genius is important, I think it might help us kind of move this conversation farther along, in the sense that that's the easy stuff, and now we can get to the fun stuff about, okay, how do I do that? How do I find out those things? How do I get this information that Wendy's talking about? She talks a lot and she has these crazy esoteric ideas, but I promise you, I have seen this in action. I have done this. I have woken up from a night of the best sleep of my life because I did this for a whole weekend. So I know it works. So I would love to continue this conversation, and I would love for you to ask me more questions. My favorite thing to do is answer them, and hopefully answer the question in the way that you can understand it. Thanks.